All right, faces and heels, it's time to check the daily pro wrestling news with your host, Jack Jaw. So let's go!
What's up, wrestling fans? I'm Jack Jaw. This is a daily check of the pro wrestling news. Let's jump right to it. Look what we got coming out of Monday Night Raw. We've got a report on this weekend's Royal Rumble. We've got some backstage stuff going on. People wondering why they're already talking about who's going to be at Royal Rumble. You know why they're doing it? It's because they've got no live crowd at the Royal Rumble. That was half the fun of the Royal Rumble. People finding out, shot, what's going to happen. So guess what? They're doing it on the shows leading up to the Royal Rumble. Look what we got right there. Big surprise. As if we didn't know it. Who's going to be there? The Man. That's going to be so awesome. Looking forward to that one. Next up, who do we got? We've got some backstage stuff coming up. This is the stuff that's going on. This is going to be good right there. Rated R Superstars we just saw. Looks like the 30th entrant in the Men's Royal Rumble. It's going to be told to you before the Royal Rumble. It ruins half the fun. Either way, also they're going to report out on this Saturday on FS1 who the number 1 and number 2 entrants are into the Women's Royal Rumble. So you know who is going to have to last the longest before it even happens. It's taking away the excitement of finding out at the last minute. But either way, it's going to be good. Let's jump to last night's Monday Night Raw. As always, Sportskeeda is reporting out who impressed and who flopped. So who do you think impressed last night? Who do you think impressed? I know who I think. Let's see what Sportskeeda thinks. Sportskeeda, no doubt, Riddle. Riddle is the man. He's nothing but impressive. Look at him right there taking out MVP. He is headed for a title. You know it's coming. American title, U.S. title. It's coming to him. Who do we think flopped? I know who I think flopped. Who does Sportskeeda think flopped? They think Ric Flair flopped. I don't know about you, but that angle right there is getting kind of old. I'm not really sure. That was cool for 1 week, but week after week, it's going to fall flat. I'm thinking that's weak. Next up, this one they're saying impressed. I have to agree with them. Sheamus. Where is Sheamus? Where is Sheamus? Where is he? Where is he? I don't know where he is. Let's find him real quick. Sheamus is on here somewhere. He got looped out. I don't know. But either way, Sheamus, he impressed. Next up, who did not impress? Shayna Baszler. I think right there, that's been one super duper letdown in the women's division. She's so tough coming from UFC. Puts the little mouthpiece in, looking all tough. She didn't look too tough this week. They put unimpressed. They think she flopped. And of course, the winner of the night, she won last week. She's going to win tonight. Impressed? None other than Alexa Bliss. Look at her right there. Battle right there. Of all things, she impressed. And then guess what happens? RKO. You don't see that very often. RKO right there. And this is where I'm thinking we got a problem going into this little storyline with RKO and Alexa Bliss and the Fiend. Because right there, that was a setup right there for Fiend to come out and protect his lady. But apparently he didn't do it at all. So I'm wondering, this storyline's kind of jacked up. I'm wondering if they're making it up as they go along. It seems like they are. Who knows? But I'm saying they got a huge problem. So it looks like you're going to have to wait till this weekend's Royal Rumble to see the Fiend show up. I think it'll be pretty cool if he does. I'm thinking possibly the scenario could be RKO goes all the way through the end. He's the winner of the Royal Rumble, and then Fiend comes out to attack him there. I'm not really sure if it could go that way because that means Fiend / RKO, one of the two of them would be the main event of Raw, which I really can't see that happening. But how else are you going to put Fiend on the Royal Rumble and not be relevant? I don't know. Either way, let's move on. Right there. There it is right there. RKO laid her out. I was thinking that was going to happen. Fiend was going to come out. You were going to see it right there, but we didn't see that. So either way, I'm thinking that's possibly not good story writing. We'll have to see. Next up, WrestleMania. The lead up to WrestleMania always starts at the Royal Rumble. It looks like, as WWE is reporting, you've got a lead up to a parade of stars. They're talking about John Cena showing up. Stone Cold Steve Austin as always. Hulk Hogan as always. Scott Hall, sweet, that may show up. Kevin Nash, sweet. NWO, that ought to be cool. But either way, they're all bets are in for the WrestleMania. First time this year they're going to have fans. Looks like 25,000 fans will be let in on each day. That's going to be tight. They're going to want to go up. They're going to want to have a big bang at that one. So everybody's coming out for that one. Next up, who's in the news right there? Tony Khan, AEW. He hinted this week that you're going to have a third hour of AEW, and that immediately made people think that the third hour is going to be a third hour of Wednesday Night Dynamite. Oh no, he's not talking about that. He's talking about an extra hour, as in another AEW show. I think that's a good idea. 3 hours of any wrestling shows, I'll push. Either way, I'm not too excited about that. Looking at AEW, where you're always wondering who's going to show up at AEW, I've got a list of some stars that the TV Insider is reporting as these are stars that AEW may want to look at signing. So we're going to run down these real quick. These are names to remember, so when they show up, you go, oh yeah, I remember Jack Jaw telling me to look for that dude or that gal. We'll see what happens. First up, you've got this guy, Speedball Mike Bailey. Look for him. He's got experience already in wrestling the undercard or the dark show on AEW. Speedball Mike Bailey. Check that name. Killer Kelly. That looks like a great entrance into the female side of AEW. Look at this guy, Lee Moriarty. That's a bad looking dude right there. Check out this one. Holy Dead. Holy Dead. Holy you know what. She shows up, AEW is going to be something to watch. Look at this guy, Chris Dickinson. Looking pretty tough, gotta say that. Look at this lady, Allison Kay. Possibly showing up in AEW. Look at this guy, A.R. Fox. Gotta like that name. I know somebody named Fox, but either way, this is the real Fox, A.R. Fox. Check him out. Look at this lady, Willow Nightingale. Kind of a weak name. If she shows up, she's going to need to lose that name. Just my 2 cents. And then here you go, O'Shea Edwards. Check him out. He shows up on AEW. That guy looks like he means all business. Check out the lats. Pretty big and bowed. And then here we go, Trish Adora. Who knows? I'm not sure what the angle she's going to be pushing right there. But either way, is that an elephant or something on that? Yeah, that's a pretty big earring. Either way, look for these people to show up in AEW. It ought to be good as we build up to Revolution coming up. That, by the way, they pushed Revolution to March the 7th. It used to be in February. They pushed it to March 7th to avoid that whole fight with the guy from YouTube that's fighting. They didn't want to go head-to-head with him. So March 7th, Revolution. And then in March, of course, you got the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania. As we lead up to that coming out of Royal Rumble, we'll be covering how that card shapes up. But either way, this Sunday, Royal Rumble, as we get closer, we'll be covering the card as it gets finalized. But either way, we're stoked about it. I'm Jack Jaw. This has been a daily check of the news in pro wrestling. I'll see you tomorrow.
You just watched Jack Jaw check the daily pro wrestling news. See you next time.